I think unfortunately the expense portion comes a little bit to do, number one, with site development. So you have to look at pulling back the amount of site that you're developing. So the idea would say to the groups that are involved, I'm sorry, but we can't give you this many parking spaces on site. We're now going to have to give you 10 or 12 or 20, or whatever that might be. So the idea would be here, it really comes down to at this point a lot about looking at area. Right? Because we don't know all the elements that are going in. We certainly aren't anticipating making buildings out of gold or anything like that, so as you can see. But we haven't made those decisions. Those have not been made. So what you're looking at here, you're really talking about space and developable area, so developable amount of area. So when you see this, the idea would be you'd have to say to the groups that are involved, I'm sorry, but we'll have to limit that development. And then we would have to look at the building and say, we would have to begin to cut things out. If you want my opinion, this building is no different in size to many of the other communities that are in the same position that you are. The idea here is to try to make spaces that are multifunctional, that are used by various groups. You don't see a lot of offices here. There's not a lot of things that are built in to say, oh, well, in the future I see I might have 5 more offices or I might have 4 more guys, so we're building that now. Those things could be added on into the future. But to be really honest with a lot of this, you have the vehicles that you need to fill this. I can't imagine taking down any of SAR's area because we've been through that in detail as to what they need. We do have some storage on the upper level. One thing that you may want to look at, of course, is saying that when we tender this, like the upper floor be tendered as an option. So we build the shell and the interiors are priced out separately and you build those as a secondary option. But that would mean that the fire hall doesn't, fire hall portion and the rest of the groups, so like that need the access to the kitchen and to the dorm and to those places, they don't have those. There would be none of that in there. So what would we do? There's no kitchen, there's only one shower. Okay, there's a health and fitness area, which I would like everybody to know that the equipment and the finishes in here, the floor finish and the equipment is all furnished by the associations groups, the various groups themselves, not by the taxpayers. But all of this is actually part and parcel of how all of these operations run. So you could do it, but you'd be compromising the way they operate.